doesn't have to be complex. Art doesn't have to be loud, colorful, or even make logical sense. Art can and should be simple. The beauty of art is in how you tell a story. In this video, I'll share with you how I create beautiful, moody, minimal art with simple materials. I'm starting with an A6 size handmade paper to create a series of small yet powerful art pieces. This is actually day 3 of working on this art series. If you want to see the first 6 pieces, I'll link both of those videos below. But for each of these pieces, I'm using the song title of an album, Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department, as the basis for the concept. For this first piece, I'm creating for the song title Fortnight, which is the first track off of the album. When diving deeper into the language, fortnight is a British term meaning a period of 2 weeks. From there, my mind connected with the passage of time, so I thought about the best way to visually show this. To me, when I found this torn image of an island, it made me think of time slowing down. And with it being in black and white, I knew it would give the piece a classic touch, which goes with the formality of the word fortnight. I chose to add a bit of thin beige washi tape to bring a subtle hint of color. All I used to create this piece is collage, the title written out with a typewriter, and washi tape. 3 simple materials. The next piece is for track number 9, Guilty as Sin, with a question mark. What I love about this phrase is it has 2 intriguing words which conjure so many images and feelings: guilt and sin. When I think of sin, my mind immediately drifts towards a crimson red color. So aside from using the typewriter to type the words in a centered layout, I knew I wanted to use a loose swatch of red paint as the focal point. I'm using a carmine shade of gouache paint for the red swatch. At first, I'm careful with my strokes, but then I let the bristles of the brush flick off the page to create a tapered edge. I don't want this swatch of red to be perfect, for guilt and sin are opposites of perfection. It needs to be a little messy. I found this icon of an eye I wanted to include in the layout, a nod to someone watching you with your guilt and sins. Or, to be even more deep and moody, perhaps it's just your own conscience. The third piece is for track number 14, The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. This one is powerful, and there are so many ways to interpret it. I knew I wanted to include a human element, so when I found this vintage photo clipping of a man holding a camera, I knew it would work perfect. I was drawn to the anonymity of the man. However, I don't want the camera showing. So instead, I use a misty green shade of gouache paint to cover the camera and further emphasize the anonymous nature of this man, meant to be the smallest one who ever lived. By sharing my creative process behind creating these pieces, I hope it inspired you to make art simple, use less materials and techniques, and create something you're proud of. I love how each of these pieces turned out and how they look with the rest of the series so far. You can see how together they paint one picture. Let me know which one is your favorite in a comment below, and check out one of these videos next.